Let's have a little chat, guys. Now, I know I've not uploaded this week, or week just gone. I had a lot of stuff on. I know I'm uploading on a weird day, but you know what? I am a little bit annoyed about something, so I'm going to go ahead and post a little video anyway. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am some guy called Jack, and unless you've been living under a rock lately, you've probably seen something about KSI and Logan Paul jumping into a ring together and beating the holy hell out of each other's faces. Now, as much as I couldn't give a flying toss about the whole thing, I do quite like the idea of those two wailing on each other for a little bit. For the last few months, it's just been everywhere. You've had press conferences, you've had call-outs, you've had promotions. It's been all over the place, building up to last night when they actually went head-to-head. Millions and millions of people have been backing the whole thing, supporting one side or another, even to the point where at one of the press conferences, I think it was in London, there was actually violence in the streets, like people throwing things from estates and stuff like that.
Well, wait, oh no. What you guys are? That is mad. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Now, I know that stuff like that isn't KSI's fault and Logan's fault, even though they were like riling everyone up when they were like, in the press conference, they were sort of having jabs at each other and making like personal insults at each other and getting the crowd to get involved with having jabs at each other. And I suppose it could be, you know, that sort of could have escalated into the violence. But at the end of the day, that's the people who were actually there. It's not the fault of KSI or Logan Paul. The point is, it's been a pretty big deal for a lot of people. Then last night, millions of people around the world sat down to watch the actual fight. They paid actual money to sit down and watch the fight. So you've got money coming in from there. You've obviously, I mean, there'll obviously be bets being placed on the whole thing. So at this point, a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of effort from a lot of different places has been pumped into this event. And even though they say it was a charity match, I think you're kidding yourself if you think that they had no ulterior motives, that KSI and Logan Paul themselves would benefit from this. They've been getting publicity, they've been getting attention, and let's be honest, they have probably made some money from it. And by some, I mean just a little bit, just, you know, more than I would make in an entire year. So all this build-up, all this money, and what was the big payoff? A draw. Right. If it was genuinely a draw, fair enough. But I do have my doubts. Something just seems a little bit fishy to me. There are so many people now claiming that it was rigged and that it was a fix. And fair enough, that could just be the ramblings of people who paid money or backed one side or the other really sort of intently, and they're just disappointed with the outcome. But I feel like if that's all it was, it would just get dismissed. No one would even give it a second word. If it was obvious that it wasn't rigged and people were just saying that because they were upset, the claims wouldn't be given any credit. They'd just be completely disregarded. But the claims are being addressed. Like, there's a lot of people saying, no, it definitely wasn't rigged. Casper Lee made a video talking about whether it's rigged, one way or the other. And I just can't help but feel like if it wasn't rigged and it was just people being a bit butthurt about the whole thing, no one would go to this much effort to disregard those claims. Like, it seems like they're going out of their way to do damage control, and that all seems a bit suspicious. So here's my thing, here's my issue. If it was a fix, I don't care. The outcome of the fight, I don't care. I had no stakes in it, I didn't pay to watch it. I honestly find both of them to be pretty annoying, so I don't care about that. No, what bugs me is the lack of respect that they apparently have for the people who look up for them and the people that support them. The millions of, let's be honest, young, impressionable people who are putting money in their pockets. I just have this image in my head of KSI and Logan Paul after the fight, sat next to each other, tapping a glass of champagne, saying, "Oh, jolly good show, old chap." So here's the annoying part, and this is why I think maybe it was rigged and maybe it was a fix, is that now that it's come to a draw, with all the tension that's been building between them, because I honestly don't know if they're putting it on for the sake of entertainment, which is perfectly fine as long as you're not exploiting people with it, which they are. All the tension that's been building up between them, they're not going to let it go at a draw. There's inevitably going to be a rematch. All the money, all the publicity, everything that they've been reeling in for the last few months, they're going to now do it all again. So here's what I think they should do. They should make the rematch completely free. They're not going to, but they should. They're going to get all the publicity and all the money and everything that they need from the press tours and all the things like that that come before the actual fight. There's no reason for them to charge people again to watch the rematch. If they do, I would see that as an insult to their fans, an actual quite a big insult to their fans, really. Because to me, that would make this fight that happened last night seem more like another promotional show for the actual fight where you find out the actual result between them. And it's just like one that they've tricked everyone into paying for. Oh my god, I've just realised it's actual real world DLC. They are charging people for the actual conclusion of what they've built up to. Is EA organising this fight by any chance? I've not looked into it much. Is EA organising this fight? Because if they are, that'll just be brilliant. That's my rant over, I guess. Logan Paul and KSI just need to sort things out, really. They are exploiting people. They are taking money from people who are obviously going to pay for it and giving them nothing back. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you agree with what I've said. If you disagree, then by all means feel free to click the thumbs down. That's what it's there for. Let me know what you think down in the comments, because I am curious to hear what other people think of the whole thing. And make sure you click subscribe for a new video every week. I will try. I say every week, I've not done that well recently. I will actually try and get something up this Friday, so subscribe for that. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys whenever the next video is.